Pokemon 151 is finally here and prices on single cards are tanking. Is this a good thing? Are Pokemon cards dead, or are people just salty that they can't flip them immediately for profit? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. You're watching the channel Dr. Applesauce 2. My name's Will. It's another beautiful day here in Texas. Hope you guys know that I love you, God loves you, and that there's an awesome plan for your life. The highly anticipated Pokemon 151 set has finally released in English. It's been out for about 4 or 5 days now, and the prices on singles are tanking quickly as people open more cards. There's a lot of speculation in the Pokemon card hobby if this is a good thing, if this is a bad thing. There's a lot of people running around pretending like they know everything that's going to happen. Some people saying that the set is going to be printed to the moon. Some people saying that there's no more coming whatsoever. But there is this weird, pervasive thought that I seem to be seeing a lot of people saying on comments and social media that Pokemon cards are dying and done because none of the new sets are holding a bunch of value immediately. Now, whether you believe that or not, whether you think a new set should immediately be worth 2 or 3 times retail, or whether you think a new set should be available and easy for people to buy affordably at the beginning, I'm going to break that down here later. But first, I want to look at the top 10 most expensive cards from Pokemon 151. Let's see what those prices are. Take a good look at them, and then let's discuss this opinion and this idea that Pokemon 151 is going to tank and that Pokemon cards are dying because they're not immediately valuable right away. Let's take a look at the top 10 cards from Pokemon 151, but I want you to let me know down in the comments below. Do you think Pokemon cards are dying because the new sets aren't incredibly valuable, or do you think this is a good thing for collectors? Let me know down in the comments below. Alright guys, so if we head over to TCG Player and just simply search Pokemon 151 and price it from high to low, we can see all of the most expensive cards currently selling. So our top 10 right now are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. These are our top 10. We're going to go over them all real quick. But a few things that I want to note about some of the cards that are not in the top 10. First of all, within like the top 15, we've got the Mew EX right here, which is just the regular old Mew EX. Nothing too crazy about this card other than the fact that it is incredibly playable. This card's trending for around 13, 14 bucks currently. Let's see, basic market price $14 for a regular EX. Obviously that's going to go down. This is not in the top 10, but I want to show there is a card, and there's multiple cards in this set that are pretty darn playable and are going to be very, very, very sought after. And a regular EX that's for about 14 bucks right now is pretty interesting. So let's go ahead and look at another one real quick. Also, I guess this would be spot number 11. The Charmander illustration rare, coming in at a market price of about $22 for a regular illustration rare Charmander. Very interesting because it is a beautiful card, but the reason why I think this one's garnering a little bit higher of a price point for just an illustration rare is because this is a basic Charmander in which you can evolve all of your Charizards from. There is a Charizard deck that's doing decent, the Charizard from Obsidian Flames, and this Charmander is the only one that we have right now that has 70 HP instead of 60. Makes a big difference in the TCG, but I thought I'd point those two out as like an honorable mention. But if we look at these top 10, we're going to go over these top 10 real quick for a second, and this plays into what I want to talk about this opinion that's running around that Pokemon cards are dying because you can't flip them and make a ton of money right now, and that Pokemon 151 is going to tank and all this crazy stuff that people are talking about. But first, in spot number 10, we've got the Mew EX regular full art coming in at about 23 bucks in spot number 10. Highly playable card, really, really good looking card, right? This is the full art version of the EX. Coming in at spot number 11 is the gold version of the Mew. Now, a lot of people obviously like this full art version colors a lot better than the gold version, so you're going to see about $25 on this gold Mew EX. It's really not that much more expensive than the regular full art. We're going to move over to spot number 8, which is going to be the Erica's Invitation regular full art. Good card. Going to see some play. It's a fan favorite. About $26 market value. See, we're not really at incredibly high prices, and we're going to talk about, is this a good thing or a bad thing, right? Everybody has their opinions. Okay, moving on next to spot number 7, we have the regular Charizard EX full art. It's just a Charizard card, nothing crazy about it. It's Charizard, selling for about $27. And we also have to remember all of these values are gonna go down right now before they might eventually trend back up, okay? Now we're moving over to the special illustration rares, the special art rares, whatever you wanna call them. We've got the Venusaur EX, a beautiful card. He's coming in at, let's go ahead and open him up. He's coming in at about $43 right now on the special illustration rare Venusaur EX. Great looking card. We have sold near mints 42, 45, 42. And so look, you can see where it was about 58, dropping down to about 42. Like I said, these are going to go down a little bit more. But the Venusaur EX, great looking card. And it's, one of the base set original starters. So people are interested in that. All right, next up, going into spot number 5 is the Alakazam EX Special Illustration Rare. This one's really cool. Very cool card. Alakazam is very playable. A lot of people want this card just for how beautiful it is because Alakazam is a fan favorite. Very playable card. Looking at about a market value right now, about $44. We're seeing sold listings for 45, 43, 46. Right around there. Again, we're not at incredible high price points, right? We were just now, that was spot number 5. We're not at incredibly high price points. Now we're going to move into a few that are really, really popular. Moving into the Zapdos EX. Beautiful card. You got Zapdos, you got Articuno, you got Moltres. Gorgeous card. Does have some viable playability potentially to it. Market value of about $50. Market value about $50, okay? We're at what, spot number 4 now? Sold listings 49, 49, 50. Not an incredibly high price point. Again, we're going to get into whether that's a good thing or a bad thing or not. We've got the Blastoise EX Special Art Rare coming in at spot number 3 with the market value of about $55. So we're at spot number 3, market value of $55. Again, we're not too incredibly high, but it's still a great card. It's still a beautiful Mitsuhiro Arita illustrated gorgeous card. Really, really nice, okay? Moving on to Erica's Invitation. This card is dropping fast. Erica's Invitation is dropping fast. It was about $70 when I pulled 4 of them the other day when we gave away 300 packs of Pokemon 151 on Drip. That was insane. And we opened all of those and gave all those away to people on Drip. And we had about 4 pulled, and it was worth about 70, 75. And now it's worth about 56 in the market price and probably going to go down even more. A good card. And I can't believe we opened 4 on Drip the other day. That was absolutely insane. By the way, shout out to Drip Shop Live, today's video sponsor. We did give away 300 packs of Pokemon 151 thanks to Drip on this past Saturday. Absolutely insane stream. Check out Drip Shop Live. It's a great platform. I stream there twice a week. We do giveaways. We sell packs. They do a really good job of vetting their sellers and trying to make sure it is a safe, fun platform for everybody. If you use the link that is in my description to sign up, you'll get a $15 coupon off of your first $30 purchase. It helps me. It helps you. You can go and have some fun. Check out Drip Shop Live. Great company. And let's look at our number 1 spot, okay? So this is going to be the only one that is worth over $100. And obviously it is the Charizard EX Special Art Rare, of which we pulled 2 the other day in those 300 packs, trending at about $110. That's not a terrible price point for this card, but the most expensive card of Pokemon 151 coming in at about $110, twice the price of numbers 4, 3, and 2 that's about it. And we got to ask ourselves, is this a good thing or a bad thing, right? There are a lot of different opinions running around all over the internet taking different polar opposites. This is terrible because the cards aren't immediately worth $200, $300. We can't flip them right away. Or this is great because everything is affordable and everything is easy to get. People saying Pokemon 151 is going to tank. They're not going to print any more of it. It's going to be incredibly valuable. People are saying it's going to get printed to high heaven. What should you believe? How should you go about navigating what's going to happen with Pokemon 151? Well, let me give you my opinions based on my experience. And again, these are my opinions based on what I can see. I encourage you to generate your own opinions. Go listen to various people talk about it, read various articles, watch the market trending data for yourself to see what opinion you cultivate for yourself. But there's a couple things that I want to mention. First and foremost, there's a bunch of people running around saying that this set is dead because the cards aren't incredibly valuable. That Scarlet and Violet is a dead era because the cards aren't incredibly valuable. Now, I got some news for you. Cards shouldn't be incredibly valuable out the gate. What we saw happening with the latter portion of Sword and Shield was anomaly. It was not the way these things are supposed to be done. There was so many outlying factors based on, pandemic and all this other crazy stuff going on that caused the latter part of the Sword and Shield era to just be ridiculously expensive. So when you see people running around saying Pokemon's dead because I can't turn around and flip everything for twice the value because I can't turn around and get a chase card out of a set that's worth $300, $400, you might want to ask yourself, when those people started collecting Pokemon and what their motivations were for collecting Pokemon. Is their motivation purely just to be able to turn a quick profit, or is their motivation to collect the cards for the love of the cards? Because Pokemon should be relatively available and relatively affordable to get when it comes out. Pokemon doesn't want sets to be so hard to get when they come out that nobody can buy them. Pokemon wants to make enough that they can make enough sales and capitalize on all the people that want to buy their product. The fact that Pokemon 151 and all the other Scarlet and Violet sets, Obsidian Flames and Paldea Evolved and Base, the fact that they're all really cheap is a good thing, because when sets first come out, that's how it should be. There's this misconception that's been bred over the past 2 or 3 years that Pokemon cards should, within the first month or two, 2x or 3x in value, and that's not the case. Pokemon cards and collectible cards should be available immediately, relatively easy. You should be able to go out and buy singles for decent prices. The fact that this set has a card that's worth $100 is not bad at all. That's a good thing. That means people can master set. That means people can buy the sets that they want to, buy the cards that they want to. And the thing that people forget is, if you're wanting to make money collecting things like this, you have to look to the future. We're talking 3, 5, 10 years down the line. And these past few years have bred a whole bunch of collectors or investors or whatever you want to call it that want the quick tendies, that want the quick flip, that have forgotten that no, it should actually be available easy, readily available and affordable for collectors to get at the beginning. And then as time goes on, things get rarer, the sets don't get printed anymore or as much, and people keep opening it, and that's when things become valuable, not right away. So is Pokemon TCG dying? Are Scarlet and Violet sets gonna be dead? Is Pokemon 151 a dead set? No! Pokemon 151 is a gorgeous set. The pulls are beautiful. There's tons of great cards in this set. It pays homage to the roots and where Pokemon started. These are all fantastic. People want this set. You go look on Facebook anywhere, there's tons of people buying this set. You go look and there's people trying to flip a ton of stuff too that people aren't buying at ridiculous prices, because the general opinion is I'm probably going to be able to find ETBs and things in the future as things continue to come out. So is Pokemon 151 dead? No. Is the Pokemon TCG dying because Scarlet and Violet is ready and available and affordable? No. Pokemon is adjusting to the massive market demands. And as collectors, again, as collectors, as people that play the TCG, this is good. Pokemon's not going anywhere. We want things to be readily and available and affordable at the beginning. And then for those people that like to invest and like to say, I put back up a booster box or two of every set. I put back a couple boxes of every set, because maybe in 5 years, it'll be worth something. Maybe that booster box will be worth $300, $400 in 5 years. And if I don't want to open it, maybe I can trade it for something else. Or maybe I can open it and not have to spend $500 on it because I saved it the whole time. I believe that is the healthy flow of how these sets should come out and should go. And more or less, not all the time, but more or less has gone in the past. We just have a bunch of people that are so used to the quick flips, the quick tendies, the ability to go out and clear the shelf of Walmart and turn around and sell everything for twice the price, or the ability to pay somebody a little extra something in order to send them all of their cases, 2 weeks early, so they can turn around and flip everything for 2x the price. They think that's the way it's supposed to be. And you got to look at these folks and think, if that's your mindset and that's all you know, kind of tells you why they got into Pokemon and what they got into Pokemon for. So the good news is, the Pokemon TCG is not dying. Pokemon 151 is not a dead set. It is a fantastic set. People love it. The fact that things are affordable is good. If you want to invest, buy some sealed boxes, put them in the closet, and sit on them for 5 years. If you can't do that, you're not an investor. You're just trying to flip stuff and capitalize on hype. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor. Give it a thumbs up. It's absolutely free for you to do, and it actually helps the video so much. I want to know your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this whole topic. What have you pulled from Pokemon 151? Have you pulled anything cool? I'd love to know down in the comments below. And if you liked this video, I'm sure you'll like that one right there. Check it out. And like I always say, my friends, find somebody to love and serve today. Be the change you want to see in the world. See you next time.